All right, got a 2-for-1 for you here. We're going to start with Rod Blagojevich was just pardoned by Trump after 5 years after he already commuted his sentence. So it's not like he was in jail or anything. Anyways, and it's not like this guy is some violent dude who's going to go out and kill people. So I'll be upfront about that. But if you don't know, this dude was the governor of Illinois, Democratic governor, because the only time Trump likes Democrats are when they're also criminals and commit fraud and corruption. You know, because he can empathize with them. And it's kind of literally said here. If you don't know who Blagojevich is, basically in 2008, he was arrested on federal corruption charges, including allegations of attempting to sell the U.S. Senate seat vacated by President-elect Barack Obama. He was accused of soliciting bribes and engaging in pay-to-play schemes. In 2009, he was formally impeached from the House of Representatives. And then in 2011, he had 2 trials, and he was federally convicted on multiple counts of corruption, including wire fraud and attempted extortion. So yeah, this guy's a piece of shit. All right, he's a corrupt asshole. He should be in jail. And yeah, what can I say? But Trump's like, nah, I like this guy. He did nothing wrong, so I'm going to give him a full pardon. Jesus. So from the AP, President Donald Trump said on Monday that he pardoned former Governor Rod Blagojevich, whose 14-year sentence for political corruption charges he commuted during his first term. Already talked about that. So the Republican president called the Democratic former governor, who has once appeared on Trump's reality TV show Celebrity Apprentice, a very fine person, and said that the conviction and prison sentence shouldn't have happened. I've watched him. He was set up by a lot of bad people. Some of the same people I had to deal with, Trump said at the White House as he signed the pardon. Blagojevich was convicted in 2011. I already talked about that. Blagojevich told reporters outside his Chicago home that he was thankful. I'll always be profoundly grateful to President Trump for everything he's done for me and my family. It's everlasting gratitude. He's a great guy. At the time Trump announced Blagojevich commutation in 2020, Trump had been investigated for his ties to Russia and their attempts to interfere in the 2016 election. The president made clear that he saw similarities between efforts to investigate his own conduct and those that took down Blagojevich. Yeah, he empathizes with these guys. Like, he's corrupt, they're corrupt. He likes them. It was a prosecution by the same people, Comey, Fitzpatrick, the same group. Trump told reporters he was referring to Patrick Fitzgerald. Oh, wait, Patrick Fitzgerald? Is that a different person? The former U.S. attorney who prosecuted Blagojevich and later represented former FBI Director James Comey, whom Trump fired from the agency in May of 2017. Comey was working in the private sector during the Blagojevich investigation and indictment. Former special counsel Robert Mueller, who oversaw the investigation into ties between Russia and Trump's 2016 campaign, was FBI director during the investigation into Blagojevich. Already this term, Trump has granted clemency to more than 1,500 people, all of whom were charged in connection with the January 6, 2021 riot, funny word for insurrection, at the U.S. Capitol. The clemency announced on Trump's first day back in office paves the way for the release from prison of people found guilty of violent attacks on police, as well as leaders from the far-right extremist groups. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. He was initially only supposed to pardon non-violent people, but he ended up pardoning violent people too. One of them is literally on camera, like fucking tasing a police officer in the neck. There's another one that's a fucking registered pedo. So such bullshit, man. And that's never mind. Anyways, despite that, Trump on Monday made the puzzling claim. Trump expressed some sympathy for Blagojevich when he appeared on Celebrity Apprentice in 2010 before his first corruption trial started. When Trump fired Blagojevich as a contestant, he praised him for how he was fighting his criminal case, telling them, you have a hell of a lot of guts. Despite that, Trump on Monday made the puzzling claim that he didn't know him, but then he said he believed Blagojevich appeared on his reality show for a little while. If you don't know him, then why'd you fucking pardon him? But you did know him. He just lies, man. He just says shit, and people believe him. When asked about reports that he was considering appointing Blagojevich as ambassador to Serbia, Trump responded, "No, but I would. He's now cleaner than anybody in this room." The fuck? Patty Blagojevich spent nearly 2 years making public pleas for her husband's release during Trump's first term, appearing often on Fox News Channel. Fucking go figure, which Trump devoutly watches. She drew parallels between her husband's treatment Trump's, along with showering Trump with praise. Dude, it's so fucking easy. It's so fucking easy. You just go on his favorite fucking news network and jerk him off a little bit. Trump's decision to commute Blagojevich's sentence was met with his bipartisan criticism. In Illinois' Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker said at the time Trump has abused his pardon power in inexplicable ways to reward his friends and condone corruption. And I deeply believe this pardon sends the wrong message at the wrong time. I mean, if I was a Democrat, I'd just kind of shut up. After what Joe Biden pulled and his pardons, we can't really be talking shit right now. So I'd just be zipping that one up. Yeah, let's just move on. All right, now we can talk about this douchebag, Mayor Eric Adams. So Justice Department orders charges against New York City Mayor to be dismissed. This is from NBC News. If you are unfamiliar with the situation, basically, Adams was indicted on federal charges, including bribery, wire fraud, and soliciting illegal campaign contributions. The indictment alleged that he accepted over $100,000 in bribes from Turkish nationals in exchange for political favors, such as pressuring the New York City Fire Department to expedite the opening of a Turkish consular building without proper inspections. What the fuck? You're mayor of New York City. What the fuck are you doing getting like foreign bribes? Jesus. This guy is a dirtbag. And of course, Trump's Justice Department would order charges to be dropped against him. Of course. And as you see here, Trump likes this guy. He's a Democrat. The only Democrats he likes are fucking corrupt. What are we doing? Anyways, Adams obviously did not plead guilty. He said he did not do any of that and that he's been a very good boy. This guy's a clown. Acting U.S. Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove has ordered federal prosecutors in New York to drop corruption charges against New York Mayor Eric Adams, a senior Justice Department official said Monday evening. The order is for all charges against Adams to be dismissed, and the dismissal is without prejudice, the official said, meaning that charges could be refiled in the future. It's like a nice little, just a little bit of leverage to hold over his head to make sure he doesn't go at Trump too hard or at all. The charges have not yet been dismissed, and federal prosecutors in New York did not immediately respond to a request for comment Monday night. A formal dismissal request would be filed in court by prosecutors overseen by Daniel R. Sassoon, the acting U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, where the charges were brought. A motion to dismiss would also be reviewed by a judge. Adams' attorney, Alex Spiro, called the planned dismissal a victory. As I said from the outset, the mayor is innocent and he would prevail. Today he has. If he was going to prevail, why'd they get dismissed? In a memo, Bove argued that the indictment of Adams in September came too close to this year's mayor primary in June, and that it limited Adams' ability to aid President Trump's crackdown on immigrants and to fight crime. Oh my God. Both said Adams' case would be reviewed by a new Trump appointee U.S. attorney after the general election for mayor in November. Both, without citing specific evidence, also suggested that the charges were politically motivated. It cannot be ignored that Mayor Adams criticized the prior administration's immigration policies before the charges were filed. So yeah, they're just saying that the Democrats are politically going after him or before it. It's the same playbook. They do this for everything. They just say the same things. and people just fucking eat it up. So Professor Stephen Giller is an expert on legal ethics at New York University Law School, rejected Bove's explanation. Although dressed up as a concern for appearances and despite his disclaimer, Giller said Bove's memo is really baseless and offensive slur against the former U.S. attorney and the lawyers who work on the Adams case at the premier federal prosecutorial office in the nation. The office also prosecuted Democratic Senator Robert Menendez, also a piece of shit, of New Jersey, who was sentenced to 11 years in prison last month after he was convicted of bribery, obstruction of justice, and other charges. The indictments of Adams and Menendez, two prominent Democratic elected officials during the 2024 presidential election cycle, were generally seen as political blows to the Democratic Party. And the fact that charges could be filed against Adams again could make him beholden to the Trump administration, as we said. Federal law enforcement official called the order to withdraw the charges horrific and just transparent corruption. I mean, it is. What else do you call this? If you guys are so convinced that he's not corrupt and he didn't do anything wrong, let the legal process play out. And if he didn't do anything wrong, he won't be found guilty. But he did. He did. They always do. And Trump always empathizes with people who are also being charged on what he feels is a political like witch hunt or corruption, fraud. Like, Trump doesn't view these things as crime because it's him. It's his MO. So yeah, this is no surprise. It's just super annoying how transparently corrupt we are now, and people just don't care or don't even realize. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below. And if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.